Yeah, the kid is back. You already know, man. EGO, get it right. What up, Fight World? We back. I had to address some things. Get right to the proceedings this evening. Waiting for some people to join. We about to get it. Yeah. Yo, what up? We on one today. Ego Army, Ego Mafia. This is the mob. Money on top of boxing. Yeah, we about to go in. Is Compton in the house? What up with it? Y'all boys about to get this work. I'm gonna explain the topic, the subject of this stream. We're gonna do a roll call. We're gonna have a little fun. And I was just working on some edits and stuff. I was just about to leave to get something to eat. So now y'all boys really gonna get that work. Because I'm postponing, I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm postponing me getting some food, and I'm hungry to explain this. But I'm gonna let y'all pour in and join, then we'll do the roll call, and I'm gonna explain what's going on with this particular live stream. This is gonna be a fun one. It's probably not gonna be too long, but we're gonna have some fun today. Hit the like button so YouTube put us on that front page. I want everybody, you know what I mean? We might have multiple hot seats in this one. We have multiple people who might have to get burnt. He said I was about to eat myself. Yeah, man. So if I gotta put that on the back burner, okay. Yeah, I'm not playing no games. The hot seat's gonna be live and well lit today. Yo, check it out. One time for your motherfucking mind. Hit that like button so we can go in. De La Hoya said his piece. Now I'm gonna say my piece. And we're gonna see what's what, who's who can justify the statements they make. Yeah. I told you, I'm the Bernie Mac of this boxing shit. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I say what you want to say, that you just thinking. See, we got people on that Call of Duty listening to the live stream. And Ego, the American dream. Let's go. Let's get it. Yeah. Listen. We're about to go in on these boys. Yeah. Now, make sure you hit the like button. Let's do a roll call. I like to know where y'all from before, after. Let me know where y'all from, where y'all repping. Houston, Texas up in it. City, state, let's go. Zips, area code. Houston, Detroit, San Diego. Down in San Jose, the Bay, Detroit, North Carolina, Fresno. Top Rank has a card in Fresno in a couple of days, or tomorrow. Chicago, Sheffield, Cali, Chicago, Dallas, KC, Missouri, Providence, Rhode Island, Fort Worth. That's it. Maryland, Amsterdam, Netherlands, Philly, London, Cali, Houston. 202, what it do? Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Boston. Hey, meet me at Fenway Park, my khakis. Pittsburgh. That's it? We ain't got nobody from, there's England. Bradford, England in the building. Where else are y'all from? New Orleans in the building. Lakeland in the building. Where y'all at? North Carolina, stand up, we see. Shout out to Fayetteville and North Carolina as a whole. West Memphis, Providence. Now, let me tell you about the topic. Dallas, Texas, Atlanta. We'll do another one at the close. Moises Lake, Washington, Sheffield. Down goes Jacobs. That's what's up. Now, I want to tell you guys about this particular stream. Now, I think what we've invented here at Boxingego is epic for boxing, and I'm going to explain why. We got this, it's only 2 words. We got this great invention, and it's called the hot seat. It's either me or you know what I'm saying? And I just posted this on my Instagram. See, now, this is why I jumped on the horn. This is why I jumped on the horn. Because when I post something on Instagram, when I post a video, there's no way for me to rebuttal all comments. So that's why I jumped right on the horn, because I heard what people are saying, and a lot of people agree, like usual. But then a lot of people disagree, or a couple people disagreed. Now you have the opportunity, new media style, to let me know why you disagree, and we'll see who has the better. We'll see who has the better arguing points, right? Period. That's it. So that's why I bypass. I'm supposed to be getting something to eat right now, but this is why. Now this is why we gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna starve myself out just to make myself available for the fans, right? I admit ego proved me wrong about Canelo. I don't know what you mean in what regard, but let's get it. And again, this is the thing. It's not just my way or the highway. If you disagree, we gonna find out. We gonna find out why you disagree and see if what you're saying makes more sense. So, first of all, I'm gonna start with the tweet, new media style. We'll go through it, and I will tell you my standpoint, and then we'll see what people have to say. De La Hoya verified account tweeted this. He says, if I promoted Deontay Wilder, no, he said I promoted Deontay Wilder first 33 fights and made him a champion. If I was his promoter, he would be a star and Anthony Joshua would be begging for the fight and not the other way around. Heavyweights, #super fights. So he says I was in control of Wilder's first 33 fights and I made him a champion. If I was still his promoter, then Joshua would be begging. Now, I did a video about it, check it on the channel, but now I'm here live to talk about it. Me personally, I totally disagree. Now, let's just do a survey. This is not even a hot seat right now, but let's just do a survey. Do you agree or disagree with Oscar De La Hoya? Just put agreed or disagree. If you agree that Golden Boy, if they were still managing and promoting Deontay Wilder, he'd be a bigger star than Anthony Joshua, and Joshua would be begging him for a fight. And we gonna get to this, cause like I said my piece, right? And then a lot of people agree, but there's a couple people like, no, you're wrong. This is one time oh, we about to go in. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Big time $10 super chat, Shmoney Gang. Thank you. LOL, I'm about 5 live streams behind it and love it. You and Cassidy got a lot of comment. The hustle tip. The hustler. Yeah, man, you already know, man. Shout out to Cassidy. Disagree? Let's go. I can't wait. Now, see, everything I say I'm not saying I'm always right, but everything I say I can speak to. I can let you know why I feel the same way, why I feel this way, things that. Now, I've seen a lot of people, and I'm going to start calling on y'all. A lot of people, agreed. Now, read my caption, and I'm going to tell you why I disagree, because I can elaborate. And then I want you guys, all the motherfuckers that was like, oh, I agree. That's absolutely right. Okay, we going to find out. We gonna get to the bottom of it. Boxingego style. Man, maybe I should turn my hat backwards, man. I gotta turn my hat backwards for this one, man. We gonna see. Y'all people agreeing. And see, this is what I'm talking about. New media. We gonna hold your feet to the fire. All y'all that was putting agree, that's fine. But after I go over these points that I'm making, my standpoint, then I'm gonna start calling on y'all, and we'll find out why you agree and see what you have to say. Fair? Does that sound like a fair? Can I get a hell yeah? If it's fair, let me get a hell yeah. Shout out to Ruben for the $2 super chat. Shmoney gang, we working. If that's a fair deal, I explain my side, and then I'm gonna start asking y'all side. Tell me that's fair. Can I get a hell yeah? This is why I disagree. I'm gonna read. I said Oscar De La Hoya is tripping. I disagree. If you disagree with me, then answer the following questions. 1. If you had Deontay Wilder for 33 fights, why didn't you make him a superstar within that time? Somebody answer that. De La Hoya admitted, he says, I had Wilder, I was promoting, and we were handling Wilder's career for his first 33 fights. That's question 1 that I have for y'all, that all y'all that agreed. You handled his career for his first 33 fights. Why didn't he become a superstar by then? Klitschko fought Joshua, and Joshua's like 19th fight, and that's what really blew up Joshua, right? So if you had his career for 33 fights, you had basically an opportunity to do what you say you would now do. And in fact, Wilder, in his first 33 fights, most people, not most, but a lot of people ridicule him for his level of opposition. I mean, even Eddie Hearn just said a couple of days ago, Joshua was his 19th fight, he's fighting Klitschko, 90,000 people. Wilder's a co-main event in Cancun, right? So if you promoted his career for 33 fights, what's the difference maker now? And in fact, I think since Wilder's left, he's gotten probably a little bit bigger, a little bit more well-known, having some main events on PBC. Somebody answer that question. That's 1. I'm waiting. All y'all people that agree, where are y'all at? Explain that to me. All the people that agreed with what he was saying, we're waiting. They can't? Well, I mean, they should be able to, because there was agree, disagree, agree. So where are they at? Where are those same people? Y'all just left the stream? You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, he has a point. I'm out of here, dude. So bottom line, you had his career, according to you promoted his first 33 fights and didn't make him a star in that time. So why would he be a star? You understand, Wilder doesn't even have 40 fights now. I think he has 39. You know what I'm saying? So he has like 6 more fights. Like he has 6 fights on his own, or since Golden Boy broke up with Heyman or whatever you want to call it. So he only has 6 more fights, and you didn't. So what's the difference now? DC King, $5 super chat, Shmoney gang. Deontay Wilder has become more of a superstar in his last 3 fights than he did in his first 33. I agree. So to me, somebody explain it. Listen, new media. This is what we do. It's just about rationalizing and understanding what people say then and now. So where are all those people that say agreed? Where are you, Mr. Agreed? Where is your rebuttal to my first question? I was one who agreed but didn't even consider that he already promoted him 33 fights and did nothing. Yeah, if you say his claim is pretty bold. He's saying he would have became a bigger star or had Joshua begging Wilder for a fight. So I want to know what Golden Boy would have done so much different when you already had him for 33 fights and he still wasn't this mega star that people are talking about, like where he's like known like Mike Tyson. Okay, let me continue since all the agreed people seem to have vacated, just like Constantine Panamara. Okay. Number 2, name one black fighter currently signed to Golden Boy that has had a lot of dollars and promotion put behind him, that's as big as Canelo, close to being as big as Canelo, or hell, even David Lemieux. And that's question 2. Once again, let me rephrase it. Name one active black fighter that is signed with Golden Boy currently that you would say is even in the realm of being as popular as Canelo. Okay, Canelo, he's the top of the totem pole, so maybe not more popular, but even close to Canelo, even to David Lemieux. Name one black fighter that signed a Golden Boy that you would say was even, and not even just popularity, but just has gotten the same level of promotion as a David Lemieux even. David Lemieux this year only fought Curtis Stevens, HBO main event, right? David Lemieux being a Golden Boy fighter, knocked him out, great. Then he came back on a big card, pay-per-view card with Canelo Chavez Jr., right? And then now he's fighting for a title in December and having the champion, Billy Joe Saunders, WBO champion, come to him, right? Mosley Hopkins got knocked out of the ring and he's not an active fighter, and Mosley retired. What are you guys talking about? How is Mosley or Hopkins relevant to my question when they're both retired? And truth be told, Hopkins' last fight was not promoted all that great, him and Joe Smith Jr. It was the Forum sold out. Okay, Brody, you said you claim to know one, but you're lying. You said, I know one, Daniel Jacobs. How is Daniel Jacobs signed to Golden Boy when he's an Al Heyman advised fighter and he just signed to Eddie Hearn? I'll wait. See, why would you go against the grain if you don't know what you're talking about? How is Daniel Jacobs signed to Golden Boy when he just did a multi-fight deal with HBO and a multi-fight deal with Eddie Hearn? Makes no sense, Brody. You gotta know what you're talking about, Brody. He's with Eddie Hearn, not Golden Boy. And before that, he was on PBC with Al Heyman and whoever Heyman got to promote those cards. So that's one L. See, you're lucky I'm not even putting all y'all on the hot seat right now, because we would have a body count. You know what I mean? This would be like storming Normandy, World War II shit. My body counts would be ridiculous. And no disrespect to, because I know it's Veterans Day, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, the body count would be some Call of Duty level shit right now if I was just putting all y'all on the hot seat for saying this. So think about what you guys are saying. Think about what you guys are saying. And y'all getting baked. Once again, because I didn't see all the comments that came through, name one black fighter currently signed to Golden Boy that has a lot of dollars put behind him, right? That is a big star, David Lemieux level star. Even a Matisse that gets enough, he gets the same exposure as Matisse even, right? And I did see one person answer, someone who is signed to Golden Boy, but let's get it. I'm gonna ask you guys a question because that's the one name they threw out, and I want people to immediately answer. Fair? I'm gonna ask you a question about this Golden Boy fighter that is African American, and I want you guys to immediately answer the question, since this person is supposed to be the popular star. And this is no disrespect to the fighter. Fair? Is that fair? Is that fair to everybody? I just want to see how familiar people are with this person. So everyone just say fair if they understand the rules. Say hell yeah, say fair, whatever the situation is, right? That's fair. Okay. So somebody said Rashidi Speedy Ellis. Now I want you guys to tell me, who did Rashidi Ellis last fight and what division does he fight in? Go. Rashidi Speedy Ellis, what division does he fight out of, and who was the last person he fought, since he's popular? And I'll wait, and we'll see who comes up with both of those answers. We're waiting. Y'all are like, who? I don't know. Never heard of him. I don't know. I don't know him. And he's actually a good fighter, for the record. That's my dude. He's on Instagram. He follows me and everything. That's my dude. But look at the crowd. They're talking, who is he? And he spars with Demetrius Andrade and shit. He's a good fighter. He had a good knockout, I think, of Gomez not too long ago, right? And people don't even know that. They don't even know that. So is Golden Boy doing a brilliant job of making him a superstar? He's a really good fighter. You know what I'm saying? See, look, let me Google. See, but listen, people are now, oh, he's welterweight. Yeah, because you guys Google the answer. Clearly. No, when I first said it, you see how many people are like, ooh, I don't know. Ooh. Right? But yeah, after so long, yeah, you guys could easily Google his name and find out what division he fights at. That's why I said, let's do it quick. Let's see what people say right then and there. All right, we got our first hot seat. We're not doing this. We're not playing any games. Okay, Horacio wants it in the hot seat. He says, sounds like you're trying to make Golden Boy a racist promoter. Now you're in the hot seat for your buffoonery. Okay, so how did I make Golden Boy sound like a racist promoter? Horacio, you are in the hot seat. And we're waiting. The timer starts now. So how did I make Golden Boy sound like a racist promoter? Dumbass Horacio. Y'all let me know. I love the hot seat. This is why I jumped on. For this exact reason. Y'all not gonna be throwing mud and dirt on my name and not explaining it. So if I'm making whatever sound like whatever, then please explain what I've said that was false, what I've said to make Golden Boy sound racist. If that's how you interpret it, that's on you. But what did I say? Oh, he's getting burned, trust me. Never in the race game. So that answers nothing. You've wasted one response, you got two more. How did I make Golden Boy sound like a racist promoter? I love your channel, shut the fuck up. We got us one. We got us one. How am I getting blamed for making Golden Boy sound like a racist promoter? Like what did I do? Because I asked a question and no one can answer it? How does that make me making them sound racist when we're just simply talking facts? Come on, Horacio. Check the answer before the first one. You re-put the answer. You're in the hot seat and you're the one that's wasting people's time. Go. All you have to do is copy and paste or retype it again. You've already burned one response with some silly shit. So we're waiting for your final responses. Okay, he says no. So should we just vote now? Okay? You want to just vote? Because he refuses. So obviously he has no answer. Because why would if you can burn me in the hot seat, then you can easily just reply and put what you had to say again. But the fact that you're refusing to do it shows me you shook and you have no work for me. You have no answer. So let's just vote. He says no. He refuses. I personally didn't see him say anything, a second response. So everyone put your L's up. That was easy. Y'all made my job easier. No? Okay. We'll just go skip straight to step 3, the voting. And the L's are pouring in. One of my moderators, get Horacio up out of here. Horacio's done for. Bye-bye, Horacio. Pour out a little liquor for Horacio. He could no longer be with us. Check the answers, ego. No, you told me no. So we just skipped straight to the answers. All you had to do is say it again. I honestly didn't see your second response. Your first response had nothing to do with an answer. So pour out a little liquor for Horacio. You're done for. You were like, no. Okay. Bye-bye, Horacio. He up out of here. He gone. So, again, trying to make it like I'm the one that did something. All I'm doing is asking questions and giving my standpoint. I didn't say shit about Golden Boy, this and that. But let's continue. This is fun. So, my first two questions, no one's really successfully answered. And this is a good one, in my opinion. I said number 3, despite whoever Wilder would be signed to in the U.S., that doesn't change the loyalty of UK fans. Joshua recently selling out 70 to 90,000 seats in the UK market. So how would you turn Wilder into an A-side that would top the UK loyalty and the numbers they produce and the adoration of AJ? So in short, the UK's on fire. In short, the UK has a lot of support. Part of why Joshua's the A-side, it's not that he's been a champion longer. It's because of that market. They were able to make fights like a Klitschko and make it a real big event where Klitschko was down to get that fight. 90,000 people, both got crazy paychecks, etc. So they were able to make those things. And Joshua is selling out a lot of venues. Listen, I'm not talking about Daniel Franco, no disrespect. We talking about the subject. We're staying on point. Because listen, I wasn't even gonna do this, but I'm doing this because it's new media and it's Ego's army. So Daniel Franco, we could say that for another stream. I wish him a speedy recovery. But you guys are not distracting from the actual conversation. Because then, if that's the case, then I'll be bouncing around talking about Jacob's areas and all types of stuff like that. We talking about this Golden Boy stuff. So, once again, the UK fans are on fire, and that's part of what Joshua is. That's why he's the A side, because they have such a loyal market, and he's doing these numbers with them, right? So, if Wilder was signed to De La Hoya or Golden Boy, right, it doesn't change how they built up Anthony Joshua. People resonate with Anthony Joshua. The UK loves Anthony Joshua. So that would be, no matter what, that would be hard to top. So as De La Hoya said, Oscar said, he said, if I was Wilder's promoter, he would be a star and Joshua would be begging for the fight. But why would Joshua be begging for the fight when he's doing 70,000 versus an unknown Carlos Takam or Kubrat Pulev, and he's doing 90,000 versus Klitschko? And a lot of people would say that Joshua in fewer fights has a better resume. So just being signed to Golden Boy, how would Golden Boy be able to produce that? That's another reason why I don't agree with it. What is Wilder being signed to Golden Boy change the UK fans? The UK fans is loyal and on fire. So Joshua, despite who's promoted in America and American fighters, UK's doing big bucks and big numbers. So that's another point. Let me keep going. See, we break it down one by one, fact by fact, line by line, bar for bar. Number 4, Golden Boy had Luis King Kong Ortiz. They had him signed, and they let him go, and never made him a household name despite his skill and being considered the boogeyman of the heavyweight division. They also have heavyweight Tashan Dong. When is the last time he even fought? Laughing my ass off. So, those are 2 heavyweights that Golden Boy either has or had, right? 2 heavyweights. And obviously Tashan Dong, I don't even know when the last time he fought. That's the huge 7-foot Chinese dude that's big as hell or whatever. I don't even know what's up with his career. Second of all, Luis Ortiz is a very good fighter, Cuban fighter, dark-skinned fighter. And when Golden Boy had him, like, what was his, did they make him a superstar or whatever? Please stop talking about Seth Mitchell. He's a football player that disappeared after he got knocked out. So anyway, so again, Luis Ortiz, he never became a household name or really much big. I mean, both Golden Boy and Matchroom had Luis Ortiz, and he wasn't failing his drug test when they had him, right? And he still didn't become a big name. Yes, I have a Google Plus. I have Google everything. I don't know why you keep asking me that. Why? Who cares? Anyway, Luis Ortiz never, in that duration he was with Golden Boy, it's like they didn't know what to do with him. I don't remember any mega marquee fights that Luis Ortiz had under Golden Boy. But keep in mind, through no fault of Wilder's, PBC, they had set up the Wilder fight for him, which is a title shot, but he flunked out of his drug test or whatever, so that's his own issue. But name a fight when Luis Ortiz was with Golden Boy that would have been bigger than the Wilder fight, which obviously didn't happen, but it didn't happen for obvious reasons. I'll wait. Y'all ain't got no work for me? Okay. No, y'all can't answer none of these? None of these questions? See, this is my whole point. I'm not always right, but prove me wrong. Period. Everyone has so much to say, and then when I get interactive with it, and then I'm doing a live stream where you have me live and direct, you can ask me anything, you can rebuttal, you can fry me in the hot seat, you can prove what I'm saying wrong, and guess what? Crickets. Ego works, love his channel, always providing for his fans. Shout out to Ego. Salute. Shout out to the fans, man. Well, stop asking us then. Yo, Brody, you already said Jacobs was signed to Golden Boy, so you about one dumb comment away from getting blocked. You know what I'm saying? You was talking about, oh, I got a fighter, Daniel Jacobs. So clearly you don't really know as much as you think you know, because you thought Jacobs, who fights tomorrow with Eddie Hearn and has been seen with Eddie Hearn, you think he's signed to Golden Boy somehow. And Oscar De La Hoya hasn't been nowhere near in this media day fight week or whatever. So you clearly don't know your shit. Oh, he got blocked. One of my mods blocked him. They wasn't feeling him. See, my mods got itchy trigger fingers. They know Ego's Army. They know how we get down. They know what we about, and they know who's talking real good old-fashioned boxing talk. So they just like me. All my mods, they got the itchy trigger fingers. If you talking crazy, you might not even make it to the hot seat. Shout out to my moderators, man. Shout out to the moderators. Let's keep going since nobody has no work today. Might as well just keep talking until y'all shut me up with these points. Number 5. This one's important. America has a lot of issues, including racism, where fans tend to not get behind American fighters regardless, especially if they have a big mouth, brash, seemingly arrogant personalities like Deontay Wilder, especially when they have dark skin. Many of the racists would be like, I don't like him because that monkey is too cocky and always yelling bomb squad. So that's another thing where it's an uphill battle for any promoter. And Lou DiBella confirmed this, and I have the interview. DiBella said, yeah, he said, Joshua, what they're doing in the UK is great, been there, blah, blah, blah. He says, but I wish the American fans, American media, American public would get behind the American champions like they do over there in the UK, which is absolutely right. Now, the only people uncomfortable with this fact, with this reality, are the people who are either A, racist, or B, they feel uncomfortable talking about racism. So therefore they try to sweep it under the rug because maybe it doesn't happen to them in their personal life and they're just too uncomfortable talking about it. So they'll say, stick to boxing. Let's get back to boxing. None of this race card crap. But the reason the race card crap is coming up is because it's a real life issue in boxing. Racism does exist. You think racism exists everywhere else? Like you can go into a bathroom in a bathroom stall and see racism, swastikas, and fuck blacks or fuck Mexicans, Jews, whatever it says, filth and racism in a bathroom stall, right? But none of those people exist in the boxing world. You know what I'm saying? You think they just don't watch boxing? None of them. You know what I'm saying? It's not how it works. So if racism exists in the everyday world, when you go to a video about Donald Trump and you see different people putting racist comments and stuff, then why would it be any different for boxing? You think race is just like, man, fuck that sport of boxing. Boxing is probably one of the most racist sports. You want to know why? I got the answers. I told you I'm on one today. I'm hungry right now. So we gonna get to the nitty gritty. And I'm gonna tell you why boxing is because, like they say, boxing is the loneliest sport. Not that you don't have corner men or corner women, cut men, and all that shit in a trainer. But when you step foot in that ring, it's really 3 people, and one don't even really count because he's a ref. It's 2 fighters. You know what I mean? So boxing is one of the most racist. People see black guy versus a Mexican guy, or Mexican versus a Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? People see that. I'm not saying every single soul, but I'm just saying race is a factor in boxing. And like I said, the only people that are uncomfortable with this are either the ones that perpetuate racism or are racist, or the people who it makes them uncomfortable. And usually listen, if someone's speaking facts and they can show you, why would you be mad at them? Why would you shoot the messenger? You know what I mean? For every person that says that there's no racism in boxing, I can show you 3 random videos and we can spot the racism. You know what I mean? Just look at the comments. All you black people do is, especially big fights like Pacquiao Mayweather or Mayweather McGregor, I mean, just go to the comment section where whether people are trolling or joking, you'll see it. But it's cool. I'll continue. So anyway, for any promoter, that's one issue you have, especially when you have a person like dark-skinned, big-ass Wilder who's loud-mouthed about it, you know what I'm saying? And I like that type of shit, but not everyone likes that. You know what I mean? Oh, I hate Broner. He's throwing change up in Walmart. Okay, Andre Ward don't do that, and you hate him too. Oh, I don't like Floyd. He's a villain. He's trash talking. Yeah, but Tim Bradley's not necessarily doing all that, and y'all was sending him death threats when he beat Pacquiao. Where's the lie? Hello, Bradley. You Desert Storm motherfucker. You didn't beat Pacquiao. I'm to kill Monica. Like, what the fuck? How do you even get Bradley's number? I don't even have Bradley's number. And you got his number to harass him because he beat Pacquiao. And for the record, I didn't think he beat Pacquiao. I thought it was closer than what people said. But, you know what I mean? Like, that's petty. You think you beat Pacquiao? Like, who is this? Your boyfriend, Steve. What's your name, Bradley? Like, why you want to know? I want to know who I'm looking at. Like, death threatened Bradley. Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, let me keep going, man. And Floyd Mayweather is clearly the greatest boxer of this generation. And people more concerned with he cherry-picked, he's a bitch, he's a runner, domestic violence, you know what I'm saying? So anybody, even if they had Wilder, based on his personality, there'd be a lot of people that didn't like him just because he was. Number 6, Golden Boy Promotions has not addressed the Ring TV affiliate who sent those NIGGER emails, so support from the black community may be harder. Again, so if Oscar and Golden Boy were promoting Wilder, they still haven't even addressed them emails. When have they addressed those emails, man? Like those emails that came out. And I could understand, okay, the person didn't actually work for Golden Boy, but Ring Magazine, Ring TV is purchased and owned by Golden Boy. You know what I mean? And that we still got no closure on that. So that's what happens, like even when people are running for election, presidential, when they're down in a certain market, what they try to do is bring in like let's say Donald Trump, his numbers aren't good in the black community, then they'll try to, 50 Cent even said Donald Trump tried to pay him some money to get him to endorse him. How did Brody come back here? Is that a different Brody? I don't know if Brody snuck back in here, but Bernard Hopkins is with Golden Boy, and he told some racist comments. What did he say? What are you talking about? What are we talking about Bernard Hopkins for? I don't understand what Hopkins. What happened with Hopkins? Yeah, these guys, they love to get blocked, and they're so stupid they don't even change their name. It'll be like Brody, and then they get blocked. It's like Brody 1. Oh, okay, we didn't know it's you, and you hear the same fucking name, dumbass. Brody Jr. Like, okay, all the Brodies gonna get it then. Anyway, Hopkins was pretty racist. Okay, what is Bernard Hopkins? What are we talking about? I don't understand. Hopkins was pretty racist. Okay, like no examples, nothing. Just Hopkins was pretty racist. What does that have to do with anything? See, they're only here to cause distractions. They're only here to cause distractions. What is Bernard Hopkins? What are we talking about? The topic of the video is about a comment made by Oscar de la Hoya and if you agree or not. Let me continue before y'all start talking about fucking Roy Jones or something that had nothing to do with him. Listen. And in my opinion, Golden Boy seems to cater more to the Latino fighter community than anything else, So that's their bread and butter, where they focus most of their dollars / attention. I get it. It's a business. There are a ton of great Latino fans of boxing. But this is why I disagree. Besides that, why did all these fighters leave Golden Boy? Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence Jr., Abner Modest, Leo Santa Cruz, Broner, Amir Khan, etc., unless they thought it was the right decision for their career to go to PBC. And then I told y'all, I'm the Bernie Mac of this boxing shit. I say what you others are afraid to say. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Prove me wrong. I'll wait. Silence. Silence. So that's my diatribe on why I don't think Wilder being signed to Golden Boy would have made him a bigger star than Joshua. Again, to me, it's very apparent that Golden Boy, they put a lot of energy and emphasis in the Latino market, especially guys like Canelo. If Canelo has a fight, you know about it. Everybody knows about it. That's their biggest star, and it has the proper promotion, has press tours. They do cool video edits and, you know what I mean, get it cracking. Send the press releases to all the media and stuff like that. Again, name one black fighter. Name one black fighter signed to Golden Boy that's even like popular. Like, okay, is Broner the absolute best fighter around right now? Probably not, but he's known. So name someone who's known like Broner, Terrence Crawford, anybody like that that's with Golden Boy that's black. Stop saying Bernard Hopkins when he's 51 years old and he's retired. So explain that. Who does Golden Boy have? And don't, we already went through Rashidi Speedy Ellis. A lot of y'all didn't know who he is. So I don't understand Oscar's point. Like, he's saying that people would have known Wilder better if he was with them. So it just sounds like you just, once again, mad at another one that got away, taking a shot at PBC or Al Heyman. But we, new media style, we break it down. And if that's how you feel, cool. But somebody prove what I'm saying wrong. Name a black fighter on Golden Boy. and then once you name that black fighter, name one that's actually like making noise wherever. Like even like Joseph Jojo Diaz. Name a black fighter that you would say has gotten more exposure than Diego De La Hoya or Joseph Jojo Diaz. Please tell me. Like, you know what I mean, getting put on proper card. I remember Joseph Jojo Diaz, I think his first HBO, I went and watched his fight. He was on the Andre Ward Sullivan Barrera card. So they were able to get that hooked up. Like I said, David Lemieux, he's not Latino, but David Lemieux, he's popular with Latinos because of his fighting style. And he's on his third fight in December. And it's a title shot after he got knocked out by Golovkin. So once again, name a black fighter with Golden Boy. And then from that point, once you name that person, once you name a black fighter, tell me that they're as successful or as noted in the boxing world as a Broner, as a Terrence Crawford, as Errol Spence. Wow, y'all going in. LOL, ego, fuck that. Can anyone name a Golden Boy fighter that's buzzing besides Canelo? Oscar ain't doing none of his fighter any good besides Canelo. Wow. But see, I mean, I feel what you're saying, but you could even say David Lemieux. He's not as big as Canelo, but I'm talking about Canelo's clearly the highest top of the totem pole with Golden Boy. We get it. But even besides that, you still got some guys that are being like active, like, you know what I mean, Marlon Esparza, Ryan Garcia, Joseph Jojo Diaz, Diego De La Hoya, Lemieux, you know what I mean? Even Glenn Tapia and Gabe Rosado had a main event 2-3 weeks ago. So you guys get what I'm saying? There's still some dollars spent if you made someone a main event. Who the fuck is Leander Gibson? Oh, Keandre Gibson. I was like, who the fuck? But okay, so let's do a vote. Who knows Keandre Gibson? Shout out Keandre Gibson. Who knows him? Okay, one person said I do. Who that? I don't know him. See, I know boxing. I cover boxing. He fought on Glenn Tapia versus Rosado card just recently. He fought against Errol Spence Jr.'s leftovers, or a guy Errol Spence Jr. fought. But nobody in the grand scheme of I know because I cover boxing and I just seen him. But nobody's really checking for Keandre Gibson. See, y'all just throwing out names. I said name someone who's as popular as Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder, or anybody like that that's with Golden Boy. And y'all say Keandre Gibson. I'm not just talking about black skin, who's just African American. Oh, I know he was fighting. I just said that. He fought on the Glenn Tapia, Gabe Rosado card against Errol Spence Jr.'s old part, a guy that Errol Spence Jr. knocked out. It was a tough Mexican guy trained by Nacho Beristain. I know my boxing. Y'all can't fuck with it. I know who Keandre Gibson is. He fights at welterweight, I believe. And like I said, he fought Errol Spence, old opponent, Barrera, that's trained with Nacho Beristain. But once again, he's not a big name. I know him because I watch a lot of boxing. How's Broner inactive and he just fought Mikey Garcia? And he fought Granados this year. He fought 2 times this year, but he's inactive. So Canelo's inactive. He fought 2 times this year. Y'all got Malik. You about to get this hot seat because I told y'all I'm hungry. I'm not listening to foolish comments. Broner's inactive. When I just went to his fight, I just went to the Broner fight with Mikey Garcia. What are you talking about? He's inactive. And he fought Granados in February on Showtime. So what is this inactive thing? Like, I understand if you said Bermain Stavern was inactive, but how's Broner inactive? 2 times is more than Keith Thurman is fighting this year. I'm telling y'all don't want it right now. Please believe that. Y'all gotta start putting some realistic comments in here. Talking about Keandre Gibson and stuff. He's cool. This is no shade to the fighter. Keandre Gibson, let's see what he can do. But I'm just talking about Golden Boy promotions and the way certain people are promoted and the emphasis behind their career. And I disagree with Oscar De La Hoya being able to boost Wilder's career so significantly that he would be bigger than Joshua. All right, I got another one because he be putting stupid shit. I recognize your name. Shaul Gutierrez. He said they got their names because of Golden Boy. What's up, Gracie Poo? I disagree with Gutierrez. So we got another hot seat victim. Let's get it. So how did all these fighters get their name off of Golden Boy? Mods, make sure you don't ban Shaul Gutierrez because he's in the hot seat. It's either you or me. Let's go. These fighters fought on Golden Boy cards, but the way De La Hoya is taking credit for Deontay Wilder's career. No, hold on. I'm gonna let you finish, cause I told you I'm hungry, so y'all gonna get this real work. You gonna get that fast work. Come on, Gutierrez. Golden Boy made all these people's careers. I'm waiting. Where's Gutierrez? See, y'all got so much to say until the hot seat come about. I'm telling you, that hot seat, the legend is growing. It strikes fear in grown men and grown women. It's like, where are my Spanish speakers? The hot seat is like El Cucuy. Y'all know about El Cucuy. That's what the hot seat is. Don't go to sleep. Don't look in the closet. Don't look under the bed. The hot seat, aka El Cucuy, is coming. Cucuy is coming. The hot seat will burn you guys. Caliente, muy caliente. El Cucuy. Cucuy. He responded, okay, we got action. I gotta burn another one, man. Where's this response, allegedly? I don't see it. Hold on. Fighting under the banner. Yuriorkis Gamboa is Cuban, and he quit in his last fight, and he's fighting as a replacement to a card he wasn't even supposed to be on, Kovalev Shabransky. So based on the opponent getting injured, they subbed him, and the guy who actually knocked out Gamboa, Robinson Castellanos, is off the card because he's injured. Now Gamboa gets in. But so Golden Boy actually set Gamboa up because they put him in there with Robinson Castellanos and he got stopped. So I don't see that. I don't see what Golden Boy did. But anyway, back to Gutierrez. So he fought on the these guys fought on the banner. That's it. That's the best you got. Oscar was presting them. What the fuck is presting? Does anyone know what this means? What's presting? Presting. What's presting? Am I dumb? What's presting? Man, I gotta go back to school because I don't know what presting is. Gracie said no say. What is presting? Can somebody look up Webster's or Merriam dictionary? Because I don't even know what presting is. And I'm pretty good with words, but I really don't know what presting is. So look up Webster, call Emmanuel Lewis, call all the Websters, because I don't even know what that is. Okay, now you're just wasting people's time. They should thank Oscar. So first of all, you're talking about presting, and then you're not explaining presting. Then you just said they should thank Oscar. Like, yo, Oscar Wright. Hey, bro, you about to get burned. Like, you just wasted people's time. I don't even understand presenting in that sentence. Each comment gets dumber. Listen, Gutierrez, we gonna press your ass up out of here. You about to get presting. Hey, that's that dude. When y'all get that work, y'all go get that presting. You know how they say, like, oh, he got a pasting in the UK? You about to get that presting. Because we don't got time for this food. Oscar Wright, presting, this caveman talk. You can't formulate real sentences, and we gonna press your ass up out of here. Oscar exposed them. Listen, everything you've put has a spelling error. Get the fuck off of the internet and take some night school classes. I guarantee you it'll be worth your time. You know, what's that, Hooked on Phonics? And that other one where they teach you like French? Like, suis une la jeune vie. No, these kids are not French. They're American. Bro, you can't spell. You can't even spell. You need Hooked on Phonics. You need night school. Nobody can understand you. But he was presting. Oscar presting. What does that mean? What are you even saying? Like, get out of this. Like, you need to be in Saturn or somewhere where people understand that. You sound like a backwards record. Like, pressed. Like, what does presting mean? Talk complete sentences. See, oh, fuck. You know, y'all want to know what it is? I just figured it out. I told you I'm here to entertain, baby. I just figured it out. You want to know? I understand what Gutierrez is doing now. If y'all want to know Gutierrez's secret weapon, can I get a hell yeah? Put a hell yeah in the comment section. I'm going to let you know his weapon X. I just figured it out. Damn. Can I get a hell yeah and I'll explain it to y'all? Can I get a couple hell yeah? Alright. They know the hot seat is so dangerous and it's so hot that they figured out a way. They get in the hot seat and then they just stop speaking English or any other distinguishable language. So we can't even burn them out the hot seat because no one even understands what they're saying. That's what it is. So they just go to this like alien language so they don't lose in the hot seat. Because I'm like, what's presting? Oscar, presting. That's what he's doing. He's not even speaking English or any other language for that matter. But anyway, Gutierrez, your time has run out. Your 15 minutes of fame is almost up. So again, yes, these fighters fought under Oscar's banner. But guess what? Since a lot of them left, they probably have gotten better exposure, better paydays, and better fights. For example, Danny Garcia has went on to move up and he's had a lot of major paydays, right? Deontay Wilder, his 33 fights, no one really knows him for his 33 fights. In fact, people are even mentioning he ain't fought nobody, right? So he's gotten more exposure with his more recent knockouts and names. You know, even if you don't think those names are the greatest. Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Mares, we always wanted to see him fight, but they didn't fight until they fought on Premier Boxing Champs years later. You know what I'm saying? Leo Santa Cruz fought Carl Frampton after the Golden Boy thing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the Golden Boy was in charge, but a lot of these guys' career, they actually went on to get bigger paydays and things like that after they left Golden Boy and stay on. Like Errol Spence. Who was Errol Spence when he was with Golden Boy? Name 2 of his fights with Golden Boy. We gonna burn you. We gonna burn you. It's cool. See, I'm telling you, I know how the game goes. A lot of people want to have pride, like national pride. Like, boxing doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you're black, you have to side with the black person, or if you're Mexican American, you have to ride with Oscar, even if it doesn't make sense. It's not. We're not doing that. You can, oh, do it for La Raza. We're not doing that. Make it make sense to me. Name 2 fights Errol Spence had with Golden Boy. I'ma wait. Name 2 fights that Errol Spence had with Golden Boy. Where's Gutierrez? He said, I call it pendejo speak. Yeah, I mean, just people are just trying to side with someone because they like them or something, or they're the same race or whatever. We're not doing that. We're not playing those games. But name Errol Spence. Since you won't answer, we'll talk about this. Errol Spence, since leaving the Golden Boy, actually was in an eliminator with Bundu, knocked him out viciously on PBC. After the Olympics, it got like 6 million views because they scheduled it after the Olympics, right? The Rio Olympics. He just went to Kell Brook's backyard, knocked him out, and became a champion. This is all after the fact. This is all after they left. So, you know what I mean? A lot of the big names, I mean, even Broner. I don't remember exactly what fight was Golden Boy. Let's say they had DeMarco. Broner went on to have several other paydays, like the Sean Porter fight. I don't know if Golden Boy was in charge of the Maidana fight, right? But he went on to have several, Mikey Garcia, several other opportunities. But anyway, let's vote. Saul Gutierrez, is he out of here? Put your L's up. Put your L's up. If he got a Presting, put your L's up. The sooner we get the L's, the sooner we get them out of there. We continue the stream. One of my mods, can you please remove Saul Gutierrez? He said these guys are all, they owe their career to Oscar, but I don't see that, because a lot of guys, they weren't where, like, they did better things and had bigger fights and bigger paychecks after they left Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? Period. And really, since we're really addressing it and being on some real shit, one of my mods, make sure you get Saul S.H. Gutierrez. Please get him out of here. But another thing is, when all these fighters, during this Golden Boy era, right? All these fighters, that's when Golden Boy had Richard Schaefer. So the company was actually a little bit different. And Floyd Mayweather himself credits Richard Schaefer. He literally, at the Canelo press conference, roasted Oscar de la Hoya. And he said, Richard Schaefer, he the real Golden Boy. So we don't know how much of anybody's success at that time was because of Richard Schaefer's efforts. Because to me, I always liked Richard Schaefer. I thought he was getting stuff done. You know what I mean? Because Richard Schaefer, when he was there, Golden Boy did have some big fights. Lamont Peterson versus Matisse. Matisse fought Danny Garcia on the Canelo Mayweather card. But then after Richard Schaefer, is Saul out of here? Saul Gutierrez, is he out of here? One of my mods, did anyone get him? Because I hate going on with the stream knowing that I body someone and we can't go on properly. Did Saul get, oh, someone seen his name removed? Angel got him. Shout out to Santos. My dude Angel. I told you my mods got itchy trigger fingers because they're real boxing fans. And we, new media style, we just try to get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? We just try to see what's what and separate the foolishness from real boxing talk. That's what we try to do. But anyway, when Al Heyman's fighters were on there, they were still being advised by Al Heyman. So we don't know how much of Al Heyman's influence was there. Because, like, for example, it'd be one thing if Golden Boy had their own entity and had all these fighters and they weren't being advised by Al Heyman, and then Al Heyman just come and scooped them. But the fact is, Al Heyman was always the advisors for Broner and all these other dudes, Josecito and all these other dudes. He was always the advisor. Golden Boy was the one putting on the events. Plus, in my opinion, according to Floyd and kind of what I've seen, I think Richard Schaefer did a lot for Golden Boy in terms of the infrastructure and the organization. For example, y'all want an example? First of all, we need to get to 100 likes. We have over 100 people in the stream. I'm hungry. Shout out to all the hungry people, but we need to get to 100 likes. If y'all want me to give y'all another example of Richard Schaefer's influence, then put hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? And then we're gonna talk about Richard Schaefer, why I believe Richard Schaefer definitely was influential for Golden Boy, right? Pizza sounds good. Why would y'all bring up food when I'm telling you I'm hungry? Can I get a hell yeah? All right, this is why I think Richard Schaefer definitely carried his own weight when he was with Golden Boy, because we've seen some pretty good matches. You know what I mean? I think Broner Maidana was there before Richard Schaefer left, right? Like I said, Danny Garcia fought Lucas Matisse, big 140 fight on the Mayweather Canelo card. You've seen Matisse versus Lamont Peterson. So using Al Heyman's stable while Richard Schaefer was there, we still had a lot of good fights with Golden Boy and Al Heyman partnership. But after Al Heyman took his fighters, Richard Schaefer got blocked for a while from being able to promote, and he resigned from Golden Boy. They went through like a struggle, and I don't think their undercards and shit have ever been the same. Like, you know what I mean? They might have some good main events, but name a Golden Boy pay-per-view that's ever been as good as Mayweather versus Canelo, right? Since Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman left. Name one where you got like a Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse fight. Honestly, name one pay-per-view card that Golden Boy has done since 2013 that was as good as the Canelo Mayweather the one card. None, exactly. And to me, they had to do it like a facelift and kind of bounce back. I think Richard Schaefer leaving hurt them a bit. I had another point I was trying to make to show you why I think Richard Schaefer was pulling his own weight. What was I going to say? I lost it. Damn it. I had a good point, too, that I wanted to present to you guys. Oh, I got it. Y'all put hell yeah. The other reason why I think Richard Schaefer definitely carried his own is because Canelo is the biggest star of Golden Boy that's signed directly to Golden Boy, that has been signed to Golden Boy. Canelo fought Mayweather, and Oscar De La Hoya wasn't even there because he was in rehab. So how did the fight still get done and still turn out to be a successful event when De La Hoya was in a rehab? Do you know what I'm saying? So Oscar, the head of the company, couldn't even be there because he had his own personal issue. And I'm not roasting him. I've never done drugs, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm not kicking a man while he's down. That's a fact. He checked himself into rehab. If you want, I'll pull it up right now. Y'all want to call people haters and jealous and racist, but I will pull up everything I'm saying. Everything I'm saying, I can show you. So my thing is, that's why I really believe Richard Schaefer clearly was holding his own with Golden Boy, because the big boss was in rehab during the biggest fight of Canelo's career to this day. Because the Triple G fight was big, but I don't know if it's bigger than Mayweather as a whole. You know what I mean? And De La Hoya wasn't even there. So the show still went on. Like, listen, if this is, you know, I like my hip hop, so I'm gonna give you a hip hop example. The Outlaws were much stronger when Tupac was around. When Tupac got killed, you didn't really hear from the Outlaws. You know what I'm saying? Like the Outlaws, and no disrespect, they could spit and all that, but after Tupac died, it kind of took the Outlaws with them. Another Gaddafi or one of the other guys died too later on, and then they were never the same because they needed their leader. So that's what happens with certain infrastructures. And I do a lot of, I do a lot of reading on history. Some empires get crushed when the emperor or the king gets killed or removed. You know what I'm saying? They're not self-sustainable. But however, when Floyd Mayweather and Canelo, the biggest fight at that time, when that was going on, and the leader, the founder, the former fighter, De La Hoya, was in rehab, the show still went on, and to my knowledge, it still went on smoothly. But like I said, when Tupac, when he got killed, the Outlaws, they never grew bigger. It was like the Outlaws kind of needed Pac. You know what I mean? So that's, to me, why Richard Schaefer, it's proof that as a businessman, he was pretty astute, because if the leader is locked up in jail or in rehab or something like that, then everything should kind of fall apart, or you should be able to see that. I never said Pac needed the Outlaws, but that doesn't even have nothing to do with my whole point. You're missing the whole subject. Maybe you could watch this on the replay and understand what I'm saying. I'm just saying things, the event was still a smash hit despite De La Hoya's presence at that time. I don't know. Y'all asking me who's the best manager promoter? I like a lot. I like Eddie Hearn a lot. I like Al Heyman. I would say they got the most shit popping. Like Eddie Hearn is doing the UK. I think he's the biggest promoter in the UK. He has a huge star with Anthony Joshua, pause. And now he's crossing over with the American stuff with the Gerald Miller and Daniel Jacobs. So I really like what Eddie Hearn's doing. And then Heyman's clearly the top advisor. So anyway, that's my whole standpoint. That's why I disagree with Eddie Hearn saying that him promoting Wilder would have made this massive difference and made Joshua beg him for a fight. How? Don King, I don't even know who he has. Bermane Stiverne just got knocked out one round. Who else is he promoting? I think maybe Granados. I don't know. Amir Imam. So my whole thing is this: is like everyone, like I said, just listen to what people say. People are going, "Oh, you're throwing shade and you hate this person." It's not hate. I'm just telling you what I think, and it's cool if you disagree, but please explain. What have I said that you disagree with? Vanas Matarosin? What are you talking about? What about Vanas? You just... So I don't think if Golden Boy still had Bronze Bomber, he would be bigger, because Bronze Bomber right now, his name is peaking. More people are talking about Wilder now than they ever were in his first 33 fights. Does anyone disagree with that? He just went viral knocking out Bermane Stiverne. So it's like, is Wilder, how could you say that he's more known in his first 33 fights than he has been and what he's done since with PBC? I think he's gotten bigger. So that's just my opinion. Does anyone disagree with that? See, the thing with boxing is a lot of people don't like change, and people don't like, there's racism, but the other thing is people don't like change. That's a big thing. So people just want to naturally, no, even if it's not the truth anymore, they want to just still act like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like Golden Boy, at one point, they had the best fights. Like they were beating top rank, but that's when they had the Al Heyman stable. Since they lost Al Heyman fighters, right? Golden Boy, their stable has dwindled down. And to me, it's very apparent, because you can even hear De La Hoya when he's talking. He keeps talking about Heyman fighters. Do you guys listen to that? Why does De La Hoya constantly talk about fighters he no longer has? Y'all want some examples? If y'all want some examples, can I get a hell yeah? Y'all want some examples? Cause new media, we don't just talk about this stuff. I'ma show you. I'ma tell y'all. Oh, y'all want some examples? Okay. All right, I'm gonna give y'all some examples. That's what the people want. Okay. So here's an example. Everybody knows Mayweather McGregor. Whether he's saying good stuff or he's saying bad stuff, he kept Mayweather's name in his mouth and the Mayweather McGregor fight. He has nothing to do with it. Golden Boy had nothing to do with it. But since Mayweather staged it 3 weeks before his fight, he kept talking about it, writing letters and different things online, like, oh, don't support this, right? That's one example. Example 2, Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder, no longer signed or with Golden Boy, and he's talking about if he was promoting Deontay Wilder, he'd be this massive star and Joshua would be begging him. That's 2 examples. 3, Errol Spence Jr. I did a video about 8 months ago. I says, wow, Oscar De La Hoya wishes Errol Spence Jr. was signed to Golden Boy. And the link is in the description. He did an interview on Sirius XM, and he says one fighter that got away that he wishes he was managing was Errol Spence Jr. So he's constantly mentioning. And at one point he was talking about when Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz was made for the Staples Center, the first fight, he was talking about how they waited too long and stuff like that. So he's constantly talking about guys who are that he used to have that he no longer has. That's 4 examples I got just off the top of my head. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about former fighters and he's just talking about Wilder performance versus Bermane Stiverne and the outcome. That's different. Anyone could talk about something like that. If he was like, yeah, I watched the knockout, that was crazy. I'm talking about referring to these fighters in it's like it's like one of the old heads talking about when in the 80s when they was slanging or something and they was the man, like, yeah, man, I had a Pontiac, I had a Firebird, I had some honeys and my gold chain. You don't have that now. You don't have those same things. That's an analogy. That's what your stable is not the same as what it once was. So like I said, I'm not just talking about he can't comment on the outcome of Mayweather McGregor or Deontay Wilder knocking out Stiverne. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about he's talking about if I was promoting Wilder still, I want to be promoting Errol Spence Jr. They should have made the Abner Mares Leo Santa Cruz fight first. Why is Mayweather fighting McGregor? He's still talking like these fighters are still working with Golden Boy, when in fact they really don't have nothing to do with Golden Boy. Boom. So that's what it is. Even Mayweather Pacquiao, he was talking about that and how it ruined boxing, and don't watch it. I mean, if you hate Mayweather McGregor, Mayweather Pacquiao's 5 years too, don't watch it. You don't have to, see, that's the thing with me. Y'all never hear me talk about, I don't really care what people are doing, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't constantly bring up other people, and if you're satisfied with your product, then that's all it is. You know what I mean? You're happy with where your company's at, who you have, and the cards you have. And don't get it twisted. Golden Boy, they have a couple cards, like Lemieux versus Saunders. I'm looking forward to that. If they remake the Canelo Triple G fight, looking forward to that. So, you know what I mean? They got some cards. But it's just always talking about Heyman. Always shots at Heyman, shots at Floyd. We get it. And again, I just told you why I don't think, even if Wilder was still with Golden Boy, he would be in a much different position. Oh, I got another point. Y'all want that other point? Cause I told y'all I'm hungry, so we getting that work off today. Y'all want the nail in the coffin point to De La Hoya's tweet? This tweet? If y'all want it, put a hell yeah, man. If y'all want the nail in the coffin. See, I like to save the best for last and let you know why I disagree. Like I said, I'm explaining myself. I'm Mr. Bias, Mr. Racist, Mr. I hate everybody. I explain myself. See, if you're a hater, then you just a hater. You're not gonna explain shit. You're just gonna be like, I don't like that guy. Andre Ward sucks. He doesn't get it. Floyd Mayweather's a woman beater, right? So the final point that I have to say regarding why I do not believe what Oscar tweeted, that if he was promoting Deontay Wilder, he would be some huge, bigger superstar that would have had Joshua begging. The final point is this. What would Oscar De La Hoya have been able to do? What matches would he have been able to make that would have eliminated the doubt that people have about Wilder's resume when people are failing drug tests, right? So it's not that Al Heyman and PBC didn't make or tried to make some compelling fights for Wilder that would have given him recognition, like Alexander Povetkin, Olympic gold medalist, only lost to Klitschko, who knocked out Hassan Rahman, right? Knocked out Mike Perez brutally. That would have been a great fight. Luis King Kong Ortiz, another Al Heyman advised, Lou DeBell, all that shit, fight that should have and could have happened. So De La Hoya wouldn't have been able to prevent people from failing drug tests. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the biggest hindrance for why Deontay Wilder, some people give him slack. He's only fought bums. He doesn't have a remarkable name. And even no matter who Wilder was signed to, that doesn't prevent guys from cheating, doesn't prevent guys from not being able to pass the system and flunking VADA tests. Am I right or am I wrong? So let's say Wilder was with Golden Boy and they did what Al Heyman did and made the Alexander Povetkin fight, right? Golden Boy itself wouldn't have been able to stop Povetkin from putting meldonium in his system and whatever else he had in his system, right? No matter who Wilder's promoter was. It could have been Eddie Hearn. You can't stop Povetkin from injecting or doing whatever he's doing. Luis King Kong Ortiz, date, venue. I just went to Wilder's last fight, and his last fight was supposed to be King Kong Ortiz. If Wilder was with Golden Boy wouldn't have been able to prevent Luis Ortiz flunking a drug test because of blood pressure medicine or whatever. What could he have done? And to me, that's one of the other reasons why, aside from some of the other stuff I listed, it's one of the other reasons why Wilder is not where I guess he could be, because the heavyweight division lacks real star power, and then the names that at least the hardcore boxing fans would have really been on board and be like, Wilder's the truth, would have been guys that failed drug tests. So to me, those aren't even an issue. Like, that's not even an issue of who your promoter is. That's the issue of opponents fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So Wilder could have been promoted by Disney World, but that don't matter if guys are failing drug tests and the fights don't come off. WBC canceled them fights and said no. You know what I mean? So whether they were with whether Wilder was with Golden Boy or anything else, it would have been the same thing. Boom. I rest my case, man. But like I said, I tell you exactly why I feel the way I feel. And all the people that earlier in the chat were like, I agree with De La Hoya. Where are they now? Where are those same people that were saying, I agree, that have been silenced and haven't said anything since I dropped all these points. They haven't countered it. Someone said they left this chat. Exactly, of course they left. But see, that's what happens. A lot of fans are emotional. They agree until it comes time to explain. Boxing merchandise coming soon to a theater near you. Let's do a roll call. I'm about to eat before I pass out. I'll be in the hot seat. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Let's get some last minute likes and let me know where you guys are from. I'm about to get something to eat. I'm starving. San Jose, Detroit, 707, Santa Rosa, London, Chi-Town 408, Arizona, Dallas, Fort Worth, North Carolina, Liverpool, Naptown, Bradford, Chicago, Southside, Denver, Colorado out here, Plainfield, New Jersey, Montreal, Miami, South Bend, Indiana, DMV, Royal Docks, London, Las Vegas. Rest in peace, Coffins. Boogie Down, Bronx, Harrisburg, Houston, my Gracie Poo from LA, Angola, LBC, Orlando, Deep East Oakland, Dallas, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Vermont. Let's get it, man. Montreal. Yeah, GSP did his thing. Coming off a 4-year layoff, I was very impressed. Because Bisping could fight, and he had good title defense. You know what I mean? Luke Rockhold and Anderson Silva. Hey, what's up with Anderson Silva? He failed a drug test? I heard Anderson Silva failed. What the fuck, man? Let me look at this up. What's up? UFC, I see why they're getting into boxing, man. What's up with all these failed fucking drug tests, man? Anderson Silva fails USADA drug test out of UFC Shanghai main event. Fucking crazy, man. He failed in the Nick Diaz fight, but I'm talking about he failed right now, like 3 hours ago failed. Wow. Wow. Why they be putting these thumbnails and shit? It's the UFC, for all the shit that some of their fans talk, y'all got some nerve, man. Y'all got some nerve. Ego, in your opinion, was Pac-Man on the juice? I don't even like answering that question because if I can't prove it, you know what I'm saying, then what is the point? If you can't prove it, then what's the point? Even if you speculate it like Paulie Malignaggi, honestly, what's the point? People go, oh, you're a hater and stuff. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. So it is what it is. But there's definitely questionable things about it. To be honest, very questionable. Like, put it this way, just to put it in perspective for you guys. Hello in this live. What up, yo? Put it in perspective for you guys. And y'all can put this in your pipe and smoke it. Pacquiao moved up 8 fucking divisions from, what was he at, 106 or some fucking, what weight was he at? Fucking mucus weight or whatever weight he was at. Toothpick weight. I don't even know. That's how you know you at a small weight when I don't even know what it's called. You know what I'm saying? Like dental floss weight and shit. But anyway, okay, so he came up, what are you guys saying? 112? 106? Was it 112 or 106? I don't remember. Listen, whatever it is, 106, 112, 106 in part, whatever, right? Pacquiao moved up from that low of a weight all the way to 152, 153 versus big ass Margarito. Didn't get knocked out. Fucked up his eye to the point where he had to retire temporarily. And just to put it in comparison for you, Chocolatito moved from 112 to 115 and he's getting stopped and looking dramatically worse. A guy who's praised, a guy who had a lot of fights, a guy who's skilled, especially offensively, and he's getting stopped and having, even if he didn't get stopped, his fight with Carlos Cuadras, he looked like Mac and me. His eyes were swole the fuck shut. He was like busted up. Stamina looked fucked up in the second half. He fought that Arroyo dude at whatever weight that one was at. He didn't look great in that fight. Then he fought Sor Rungvisai, got knocked down in the first round. I was at the fight. Then he loses controversially, comes back, gets stopped by that guy. So realistically, if you think about it, you can't prove anything, but it's pretty, like what Paulie Molly and Najee said, it's pretty fucking shocking. Because how the fuck can Chocolatito, a good fighter, and I'm not saying he's as good as Pacquiao, but he's not ass, he's not trash, you know what I'm saying, he's not like the worst fighter ever, and he can't even move up 3 pounds and he's getting stopped. So for Pacquiao to move up 8 division, that's like Chocolatito moving up and fighting Jermell Charlo at 152, 153. Let's say Charlo just cut 2 more pounds. What would happen to Chocolatito? If Erickson Lubin's getting knocked out by what's the name? Charlo, what the fuck would Chocolatito do? What would Chocolatito do to Charlo? Like, honestly. Chocolatito's 5'3". Okay, what does that have to do? Pacquiao's not much taller than that. What? How tall is Pacquiao? See, I'm gonna have to put someone else in the hot seat. Someone said die. What? So you said Chocolatito's 5'3", Pacquiao's 5'5.5", with a 67-inch reach. So he's not really much taller. 5.5. That's not that tall in comparison to guys at 54, right? See, that's why I don't like talking boxing with some of y'all. Y'all don't know shit. Chocolatito only has 64. His arm reach is only 3 inches shorter than Pacquiao. Of course, I listen to Mac Dre. I'm from the 707. So he's 2.5 inches shorter, and his reach is only 3 inches shorter. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even have to be extreme. Not even 50. It doesn't even have to be 54. If Chocolatito, if he moved up to 147 and fought Errol Spence Jr., he would get decapitated. He would get decapitated. If he moved up to 140 and fought against Terrence Crawford, he would be he'd get knocked from the CenturyLink Center all the way to Warren Buffett's property. His head would roll off. Like, what are you guys talking about? So it's not even just going up 8 divisions. Even if he went up 3, 4, 5 more, you know what I mean? Even if he went to 5 divisions, he was a 4-division champ. If he moved up to Rigondeaux's weight, which would be like his fifth division, Rigondeaux would annihilate him at 122 or 118. He would get annihilated. And then they would send his head in a box to Tom Loeffler, just like Brad Pitt in Seven. And Tom Loeffler would be like, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" Come on, man. What's in the box? It'd be Chocolatito's head. Like, don't play with me, man. So, yeah, what Pacquiao did was mighty phenomenal. We'll just put it that way. It was, what's in the box? It's mighty phenomenal because Chocolatito can't even move up 3 pounds and he's getting stopped. So, if he moved up beyond that, then what do you think is gonna happen? Rigondeaux would assassin. Rigondeaux don't be playing, man. And Rigondeaux looking kind of diesel right now for Lomachenko. And he might have some work for Lomachenko. So I know Chocolatito will get annihilated by Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? So what Pacquiao did, salute to you. But it's mighty phenomenal. We'll just leave it at that. It's mighty phenomenal what Pacquiao did. You know what I mean? Moving up, fighting guys that are way bigger. I mean, and running through some of them. Cotto's pretty big, even though he fought at a catchweight. Cotto's pretty big. Put Chocolatito in there with Cotto. Put Chocolatito in there with Cotto. Please do it. Put Chocolatito in there with Cotto. You know what I mean? Even put Gary Russell in there with Chocolatito. If you can't stop Sor Rungvisai, you're going to deal with someone who's faster, with cracks, and naturally bigger, like Gary Russell. Could Could Chocolatito beat Gary Russell Jr.? Really? And you know what's so funny? Y'all said I hate Chocolatito. I had no problem with Chocolatito, but I'm a real boxing fan. Like, he's not pound for pound #1 to me. He never was. And because I did not want to agree to that, which is why now you guys see why I didn't agree to him being pound for pound #1. And now people act like he was never on the pound for pound list. Like we're just supposed to sweep that on the rug and forget that ever happened. New media, man. So anyway, that's to answer your question about Pacquiao. Great career. You did some phenomenal things. Some real phenomenal things to move from 112 to 152, 153. Yeah, it was until y'all asked me about Pacquiao, so I had to get back on the horn. Yeah, Cotto and do you see De La Hoya had no work for Pac? That's crazy. And Pacquiao at that time moved up 2 divisions and was fucking De La Hoya up. So great job, Pacquiao. You did some phenomenal things in your career. Andre Joseph, $2. Pac-Man is a beast. Yeah, he's a beast that did phenomenal things in his career. Phenomenal. Because I ain't never seen nobody do all that. Like, I mean, look at it like this. Like, Prince Nassim was a beast. That was one of my favorite fighters. Prince Nassim kept moving up. Imagine Prince Nassim kept moving up. If you struggle with Barrera, there's bigger boxers that can box too, that are probably more athletic in the higher divisions. Like, you know what I mean? Could Prince Nassim have moved up and beat Terrence Crawford at 40? Because weight, it's weird because weight matters. Like, it does and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I know that sounds stupid. What do you mean it does and doesn't matter? Weight matters to within reason, but skills matter too. So, like, it depends. Like, Floyd can... his style, he's been able to beat bigger guys. You know what I mean? But if Floyd moved up to 160, maybe Triple G could beat him just off of brute force, and that's, you know what I mean? Floyd would have to be extremely safe just because the guy is 5'11" and hitting hard and much bigger. You know what I mean? So it matters within reason. You know what I mean? I think Floyd could beat Triple G at 54 because I think Triple G would look lousy at 54. I don't think he would be really... I think he would beat his... Hey, I got a question for y'all since we here still. Andre Ward would have definitely beat Triple G at 68. That's not a question, man. And again, there's a reason Triple G's team didn't want to fight, because that could derail some shit. You know what I mean? No one would have, if at the time when it was hot and talked about, if Triple G, hey, no, guys, you know what I'm saying? If he was fighting Andre Ward, there would even, after that fight, the desire for the Canelo fight would have never been as big because of how Ward would have beat Triple G. It's just, oh my gosh, I wish that fight happened. I would bet prime dollar, you know what I'm saying? I'll do 100 push-ups in the Oracle if I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ward would have, at 168, when Ward was at 168, not like him moving up to 75 and then gaining the weight and then having to drop back down or a catch weight. At 168, when he was still at 168, no. Because Chad Dawson, a big light heavyweight, moved to 68 and got stopped, had nothing for him. Chad Dawson at that time especially, very good boxer, very rangy. Floyd Mayweather Sr., I believe, said Chad Dawson was the best pure boxer, natural boxer that he's ever worked with. You know what I mean? And Ward stopped him. Kovalev, very good boxer, puncher, great jab. And he's bigger and more experienced at light heavyweight. Ward took 2 tune-up fights. One versus Sullivan Barrera, which is not even really a tune-up if you're new to the division. You know what I'm saying? Put it in perspective. Ward, in his first official fight at the full light heavyweight, knocked Sullivan Barrera down
and beats him handedly. Shabransky, everyone was talking about, oh, Lionheart, Shabransky. Y'all don't know about this Shabransky. He's a big light heavyweight. He's bigger than Kovalev. Has power, known for power. Was being pushed, was undefeated, and Shabransky got stopped by Sullivan Barrera. But a guy coming up in weight from 60, well, his last fight technically was Paul Smith. I was at that fight, and it was at a catch 172 or some shit. And that he was still moving up. He was still the guy that didn't have proper light heavyweight fights. And Andre Ward knocks him down and goes on to dominate and beat him very convincingly. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, an actual light heavyweight and Joe Smith Jr., who was on a roll, neither one of them could beat Sullivan Barrera. I'm not saying Joe Smith Jr. had no shot, but he got his jaw broken. And Paul Smith missed weight and was coming in ridiculously heavy. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I mean, Triple G at 68, as far as I'm concerned, you guys can say whatever. Abel can say whatever he wants, but in my honest opinion, which we'll never know now because Ward is retired, and even if he came back, I don't think he's coming back to 68. Triple G gets hit too much. And see, Ward would have been the worst style for Triple G. I'm trying to tell y'all. Look at it like, this shit is funny. Because I was talking about this years ago when the subject was actually relevant, when they could have actually fought. And people were, oh, you're full of shit. You're a fucking Bay Area dick rider and all this shit. And now everyone's agreeing. It's funny how a year or two changes everything. But anyway, Dre would be the worst style for Golovkin. Because one, Golovkin would have to move up in weight. We don't know what his power is at 68 in comparison. Like, Ward has fought Darnell Boone, who slept Adonis Stevenson, dropped Kovalev, I believe, and has cracks. Got knocked down he knocked Ward down, but Ward got back up. Ward fought Chad Dawson, who clearly has power and naturally bigger. He fought Edison Miranda, Sakio B. All these guys got power, especially at 68. So would Triple G moving up 8 pounds, would his power be so destructive where it's something Ward has never fought? Ward just got knocked down by Kovalev one time in 20 rounds of 2 fights, and that was all Kovalev could do. He never was able to hurt him again after the second round. So I don't think Triple G style would mesh well with Ward's style. Ward's a good inside fighter. He's rugged. He'll tattoo your body. And see, I think that's what Canelo should have been more consistent on that body attack. Ward was on Kovalev's ass with that body work in that rematch. Even in the first fight, to be honest. So Triple G, that's all wrong. Because Triple G has a chin. He has a chin for sure. But Ward, I think he would definitely target Golovkin's body. And you notice a lot of people talk about Golovkin like, oh, he doesn't have to be super ripped. He's not always the most ripped guy. You know what I mean? People fear Golovkin's power and stuff, so they try to play it too cautious. But the moment someone starts going to that guts, I guarantee you that would be more of Golovkin's kryptonite. He showed you he could take a shot upstairs. I mean, he continue showing that. But if you mix in that body work, it's a wrap. I mean, listen. Nah, let me stop, man, because I'm going to hurt y'all feelings and y'all going to be mad and say I'm hating and all that. But I look at it like this. Canelo, with very limited experience over 160, fought to a draw where he either lost in some people's mind, some people thought it was a draw, or won. You know what I mean? And Triple G didn't stop him. Jacobs has been stopped before, but Triple G didn't stop him. You know what I mean? Ward's never been stopped. Jacobs has. And if you look at Jacobs' game plan, athleticism, used some leg movement, took some stands, boxed, let his hands go. Ward does that same thing, but he's probably more of a mean streak with it, more of a permanent mean streak where he'll get nasty on the inside and just make it overall rugged, clinch. If he has one arm open, he's at you. And he has stamina, he's tough. Ward just is, I'm telling you, come out to the Bay. Come out to Hayward, come out to Oakland, you'll know what it's about. Town business and all that. You know, it's rough out here. Parts of it. You know what I mean? So Ward is just, he has that dog in him. And I'm telling you, bullies don't, put it this way. If Ward can have 2 fights really with different people. 1 fight with Kovalev, and then by the second rematch with Kovalev, he can like bully the bully. Then why wouldn't he be able to bully Golovkin coming up in weight? I just don't see it. And I don't give a fuck if Triple G hurt Kovalev in sparring, because Kovalev sounds like what John David Jackson just said in this week in an interview is Kovalev be drinking booze and vodka and shit in training. So I don't know what type of shape he was in when he was at Big Bear, when he was with Abel. I don't know that. But I know Ward personally, and I know he's a pretty pure dude. Like, you know what I mean? He keeps it clean. I don't think he's drinking or smoking and doing stuff like that. So, yeah, it'd be bad news for Golovkin, in my honest opinion. Kovalev ain't gonna be the same since he got stopped ego. We're gonna find out in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. John David Jackson said he has something for Kovalev. Yeah, I heard that, but he didn't tell Radio Raheem what it was. So I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm sure if you work with someone long enough, a couple of years, you probably do have dirt. You might have to fuck around and have a sex tape or pictures of Kovalev cheating or something crazy. I don't know. I'm just obviously joking and speculating, but you work with someone, you're around that long, I'm sure you know a lot of secrets and shit. Yeah, man. I'm about to get something to eat for real. It's been real, man. Shout out to boxing. Shout out to just regular good old-fashioned box talk. Just talking boxing and chopping it up. Appreciate you guys for the super chats, the engagement, rocking with the kid. We already did a roll call and I'm starving, so peace out. Let's get some last minute life. And man, make sure on not just the live stream video, all the videos, show it love, leave comments. We trying to take over the game. I told you we didn't come to take part, we came to take over. Bye to Gracie. Shout out to Gracie. We out of here. Peace out, y'all.